Take it to him. Fitzpatrick all day to throw, wide open. DeAndre Hopkins, he will go to the end zone.
Touchdown Texans. What is there, flag? Is there no flag? Did they pick it up?
Fitzpatrick out of the gun, looking right the entire way, throws right, and it's caught by Hopkins for a touchdown.
Real coordination between the offense and defense so far in this one.
Fitzpatrick over the middle. It's DeAndre Hopkins. Asking about this team, Pierre Paul said it's a very close-knit group in his 5th year with the organization. Team doing a lot of things together off the field. Long ball to Hopkins. Matched up with Prince Amukamara, and Hopkins wins the battle.
2 first-half turnovers, still looking for their first points. Wide open man, it's caught! Touchdown, Hopkins! 35 yards, and the Texans finally on the board.
They get Corey Graham.
Once again, this Dallas D has been rock solid. Fitzpatrick spins out of trouble. Buying some time. Fitzpatrick lets it fly. Connects with Hopkins. Into Dallas territory and inside the 40. Sterling Moore back there. Fitzpatrick able to get away from Tyrone Crawford. 58 yards. Out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Texans down 7. Fitzpatrick. He's got Hopkins.
The 33, Fitzpatrick going downfield, brought in by DeAndre Hopkins. Working on Cortez Allen. Now the Texans start backed up at their own 7. Ryan Fitzpatrick trying to find something. Will fire towards Hopkins. He catches it for a gain of 20 as he gets older and not as fast as he once was at age 34. 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick slings one to Hopkins. He's just short of the goal line, so they have to get up there quick.
Snake it.
2nd down and 10. Fitzpatrick throws, and the catch is made inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins.
We've got to get better running the football, defending run. All these plans are put together to win the AFC South. That's your first step as a coach coming in, is winning your division.
Catch is made for a first down by Hopkins, and season high 157 against Dallas. Just 6 shy. Blue in the backfield. Fitzpatrick throws, and it's Hopkins again. DeAndre Hopkins. Fitzpatrick on 3rd down. Oh, what a catch! Spectacular catch is made by DeAndre Hopkins.
You know, that dynamic Philadelphia offense, #1 in rushing, explosive plays. So 2 of your more explosive offenses coming from those 2 coaches.
Wide open Hopkins, first down and more. DeAndre Hopkins inside the 20 and finally steps out of bounds. Fitzpatrick on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hopkins. Picks up a first down and more for the Eagles. 11. Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 7. Hit as he throws, and it is picked off. And then D'Amico Ryans lost the football. Texans recover. It's recovered by DeAndre Hopkins.
Great man in the communities of Houston and Philadelphia. He'll be sorely missed by the Eagles.
2nd and goal. Fitzpatrick to the end zone. Touchdown. So DeAndre Hopkins recovers the fumble moments ago. And now Hopkins with his 4th touchdown reception of the season.
Here on 3rd and 9. Here they come. Mallett looking deep for Hopkins at midfield, and he's got it. A catch by DeAndre Hopkins for 41.
Better than that as far as strength of the arm.
Texans hustle to the line on 3rd and 1. Mallett looking deep for Hopkins into the end zone, and it is intercepted. What a play by Joe Hayden.
It's 3rd and 3 for Houston. Mallett, deep drop, throws. He's got Hopkins, first down into Cincinnati territory. No Arian Foster today. Foster missing back-to-back games with a groin injury. Mallett, deep ball. Caught by Hopkins. First down.
That's 96 yards. And he hits his man, and Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins springs free, and a nice gain for the Texans.
5 in the secondary, 3rd and 6 for Savage. Going deep, looking for Hopkins. Double covered, and he got the ball. Near midfield. Toller was back there. Adams was coming from the side. Blue is back in. Now they go for him. Touchdown. Sooner or later, you knew they would find their number 1 guy. And they beat the rookie.
And to put together some consistent performances. That's what this team needs in the worst way.
It's 2nd goal at the 8. Lasers one inside. Caught for a 2nd touchdown reception by Hopkins. Now at 5 of 6 on that drive. For 2. What a catch by Hopkins.
So the Texans with a new set of downs from the Tampa Bay 46. Off the play fake to Grimes. The catch is made by Hopkins. And he takes it to the 28 for another Houston. 2nd and goal. Allen. Hopkins for a Texans touchdown. 7 points off the board. 2 field goals and an extra point attempt. Play action for Mallett on first down. And he finds Hopkins. There is a flag. DeAndre Hopkins makes the catch at the Tampa Bay 48-yard line, 30-yard completion.
Bierman actually led the Falcons with 4.5 sacks last year.
It's a 1st and 10. Mallett. Right on the screws, Hopkins. And brought down on the sideline by Collins. A good-looking throw. Hoyer here will look into secondary with 5 for Atlanta. And that pass is caught by Hopkins. Back, shoulder throw. Belted out of bounds by Stupar. They're down in 4 for Hoyer. And Lutz with another back shoulder throw taken by Hopkins, who is down to about the 20 of the Falcons.
Your chance will come around again as a quarterback in the NFL, and this is his chance.
3rd and 10, Hoyer. Good pass. Hopkins, 2nd foot.
Play clock down to 7. Hoyer from the center position throws the back shoulder toss to Hopkins, who makes a one-handed grab. Devon House was in on the coverage, but I'm not sure if anybody could have defended that. All right, so now Hoyer faces a 3rd down and 13. He has time, pumps a couple of times. Time is winding down, and he lets it fly, and it's caught by Hopkins. And he got both feet down, and it's a 1st down. Off the play fake, Hoyer sets up in the pocket, lofts it toward the far side of the field, and Hopkins has it. Is he out of bounds? They'll say, yes, it's a catch. What a play. Now he moves Hopkins on 3rd and goal from inside the 10. Hoyer looking right, slings it right toward the back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Hopkins. He held on. Big spot. Hoyer flips it to the near side for Hopkins. Wide open, another touchdown. A 26-yard pass play, and DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown reception of the game.
14-yard pass play to set up a 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Hoyer has time, throwing end zone. It is caught. Hopkins for the touchdown.
By the training staff. 2nd and 10. Yates. Hopkins. He went up and caught it for the touchdown. What a play by DeAndre Hopkins on Adam Jones. And the Texans take the lead with T.J. Yates at the helm.
There's still an opportunity. There's still a chance for me somewhere.
Here he is. Into the nickel on 2nd down and 12. Yates. And what a catch. Right in front of Revis. Hopkins. He had a one-handed touchdown catch, which was a game winner in Cincinnati on Monday. Cincinnati Monday. Second down, short 3. Going deep. Oh, he's got Hopkins, who has burned Revis. Touchdown. 61 yards. Mom and Dad loving it. The wide receiver has thrown a touchdown pass today for the Texans. 1st and 10. And they're going after the new cornerback, and they've got Hopkins. Rich, you called it. They beat Marcus Williams, taking the place of the injured Darrelle Revis.
Yet another player lost for Rex Ryan. 1st and 10. Hoyer hit on the throw. What a catch by Hopkins. Still in play. Not only the catch, but the extra yardage at the end of the play. Quick snap from Hoyer. Play action. Hoyer stumbled for a moment. Takes a chance. Goes to Hopkins again. And he makes the catch. At the end of the day, tied for most receiving touchdowns. Hoyer on 2nd and 7. Looking right in Hopkins' direction. Again, he comes down and makes the touchdown catch. Brilliant play by Hopkins. 19 yards on the strike from Hoyer.
Wow. Long night for this Houston offense.
And Hoyer flings one deep downfield, and finally Hopkins gets the measure of Rock.
Whedon lofting one for Hopkins, and he made the catch. Hopkins made the catch, and he's being marked down at about the 46-yard line.
Brandon Whedon back onto the field. This is 1st and 10 from just inside the 35. Whedon has time. He's going to take a shot. Looking for Hopkins down the field, and he's got him. Hopkins with a brilliant over-the-shoulder catch, beating Cody Sensabaugh in coverage. As he also moves over 100 catches on the year. 2nd and 10. Another chance. Hopkins climbing the ladder for the Houston touchdown. They go right back to that same spot.
It's a 3rd down and 6. Osweiler fires to the far sideline, and that is a catch by DeAndre Hopkins. He had 111 of those. Clock down to 3:20, 1st down, and look into the end zone. He has Hopkins, and he has a touchdown. If the play stands, that's the first touchdown as a Houston Texan for Brock Osweiler. Twice, he dropped one, and the other time Osweiler overthrew it. Dangerous throw in traffic. Hopkins trying to reach out there for a 1st down. Where do they spot it? He needed to get to the 31-yard line.
Coughs it up here. And already 2 turnovers in this opening quarter. Texans actually picked up 17 yards on the recovery. Osweiler near side. It's Hopkins into the end zone. There is a marker thrown. It's a 27-yard touchdown if it stands. One of the reasons why Watt is such a popular performer in Houston. On 1st and 10, Osweiler throws a dart. Hopkins breaking free. All the way down to the Kansas City 36.
3rd and 9. Sideline. What a grab. He's made 2 magnificent catches on the sideline. Hopkins
end up becoming the exceptional tight end.
22-yard pass play, 1st and goal. Quick pass caught. Hopkins in for the Houston touchdown.
After they check him out, 3rd down and 5 now from the 22-yard line. 3-man rush. Osweiler fires, caught, and spinning, getting the 1st down is Hopkins to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. The number 1 pick, Will Fuller, hasn't been in the game even though he's active tonight. Osweiler over the middle, and that's going to be close to a 1st down as Hopkins trying to hurry here. And Osweiler throws, and that's caught, and a flag comes in at the end of the play.
You do whatever you want here.
Low pass a little high, but Hopkins goes up in the air to grab it.
Grand scheme of this offense.
Under 4 minutes to play now. Osweiler avoids the sack, chase from behind, throws caught, 14-yard line.
Tight ends will have to play even bigger part today, Chris.
First down, Osweiler looks one way. A one-handed grab from DeAndre Hopkins.
Holy cow. What a catch.
First down for Brock Osweiler. Hopkins turned around and caught it. The ball was thrown when his back was to Osweiler.
Blue is in, 1st and 10. The blitz from the edge and a good catch by Hopkins. It was right in front of Ramsey. That was a beautiful grab. Osweiler looking at 5 defensive backs. Blue with the block on the move. Hopkins only the 2nd time they've gone to him. And there's a tackle made by Ramsey. Cyprian was there. Flag has been thrown. The gain to the 49. Picks up 16 on the play. Round the block at the tackle. They got him on the slant. Caught by Hopkins in front of the rookie. Big time throw by Osweiler to the 23. A pickup of 10. And a first down for Houston. Season a year ago. 2nd down 4. Short drop. Quick throw. And there's Hopkins. The juggling act brought down by Perriman. Reels it in.
Houston has 1 timeout. Down 2 touchdowns. Osweiler ducks it. Hopkins open. Zigzags past the defenders. And he has the touchdown. His first since October the 6th.
Against this full defense with Miller. Grimes is in, releases, and downfield they go to Hopkins with a nifty move. He pirouettes and takes it down to the 36.
Tom Savage is 8 of 12 for 119 yards passing. Looking to throw here on first down. And towards Hopkins, who makes the catch. What a play by DeAndre Hopkins right in front of Jalen Ramsey. 5 on the play clock. They've got to hurry. Savage just gets it off. Savage fires, caught by Hopkins. A Houston first down. Hopkins makes the grab in front of Ramsey for a gain of 12. 3rd down and 4. Will they have to settle for another field goal attempt? Savage to Hopkins, and he's got the first down. Matched up with Ramsey again. They needed 4, and he gets 5.
Savage with the 1st and 10. Outside he goes. Hopkins. He breaks the tackle. Jones couldn't get him. And then he slides into the 23-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins, a Pro Bowler a season ago.
Stretch over several games without committing a turnover. Must be careful here. Going across the middle. What a catch. Hopkins pulls it down near the 20.
Physical effort penalties, though. They weren't jumping off sides or getting in the zone or 12 guys on the field.
Watson keeps it, throws it, caught, touchdown, DeAndre Hopkins. The first NFL touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson.
5 to go. Time here for Watson. There's a throw in the middle of the field. There is DeAndre Hopkins inside the 45 of the Bengals for a first down, 1:25 to go. 8:20 to go, and truly after an exchange of punts, we pick up action. First down throw for Watson, sideline. Hopkins, spectacular hands, great ability to bring it down in bounds. Gain of a dozen and a first down.
Watson has the knack for the spectacular. His team is down by 3. We're down to 20 seconds left. Watson in trouble. Gets out of it. Looks downfield, sets it up. Watson on a throw, and it's caught at the 45-yard line by Hopkins. He leans forward.
They believe in staying after the run.
Texans number 7 running the ball. 2nd and goal. Touchdown. Hopkins. And it looks like he beat Bryce McCain.
For them in college.
2nd down and goal. Play action. Watson fires, and that is a flag and a touchdown. For the moment, it's Hopkins. Of course, the minute you mentioned he hasn't caught one, he has now, but let's see about the penalty.
And to watch two of his star players go off so early in this game.
Three-man rush. Deep downfield, and it is a touchdown. Hopkins, in a ton of traffic, beats Mitchell for the score. 5 ticks remaining. And he's going to float this one to Hopkins for a touchdown as time runs out, but that is going to be a 5th touchdown pass tonight.
And it was ringing a Houston area code, and that's how he got drafted. And Watson looking to the air on first down, completes it to DeAndre Hopkins for a first down.
6 of them, you can run against that.
Watson to the end zone, caught! Touchdown, DeAndre Hopkins! His 6th of the season, and for the 4th straight game, the Texans have scored at least 30 points.
Giacomini with the block, and outside they go with another catch, this time on the fly. It is Hopkins. With a 2nd down and 10, Deshaun Watson going deep to the side. What a catch! Hopkins grabs it, Sherman defending, and put him to the 22-yard line of Seattle.
They make you earn it in the 4th quarter.
Miller in the backfield, 1st and 10. Looking for Hopkins. He has beaten the rookie again. Griffin defending and makes the tackle. But the gain, the catch and run. 2nd down, 7. Hopkins looking for a block. Giacomini gives it to him. He also got one from Martin, and there he goes. It's a foot race, and he is in for the lead. Flag thrown back at the 21. It's against Seattle, counted a 72-yard catch and run by DeAndre Hopkins.
Down the field and get a touchdown. Savage stepping up again, going for it all. End zone. Touchdown, Hopkins.
Legitimate backup quarterback in this league. Yeah, obviously, then other options open up depending upon how well you play. Savage on time to Hopkins. Tremaine Johnson with a tackle. Savage with a good throw. Got rid of it quickly for 18 yards to Hopkins. Everybody is being held accountable. Leadership. Everybody's pushing for one another. Savage on 2nd and long. Rainbow down the sideline. DeAndre Hopkins. Clean catch.
He's awesome with his feet along the sideline.
Play clock at 1. Texans get the snap off in time. And it's another first down and more for Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins finally taken down at the 28-yard line by Antoine Bethea. A 34-yard catch and run. Biggest play today for the Texans on offense. From the Cardinals 28 on first down. Savage looking for Hopkins. He makes the catch for a Texans touchdown.
They bring Kendall Lamb in as an extra blocker. And Savage tight spiral on target. DeAndre Hopkins shoved out of bounds out at the 36-yard line. Now in his 4th year out of the University of Pittsburgh after stays at Rutgers and Arizona. Deep throw on target. Hopkins first down deep into Baltimore territory.
Savage, sideline. Caught on the far side of the field. Did he stay inbounds? He did at the 35-yard line.
Sure, there's a package of plays they can utilize with that.
Quick pass to the outside. Hopkins turns on his man. And to the 41-yard line.
Fuller going to the top of your screen. Play fake. And the pass, great catch. Not sure if it's a first down by DeAndre Hopkins. 9 yards. 11 carries thus far. Nearly a minute to go in the first half. Yates stepping up, and the pass caught
He's risen by DeAndre Hopkins. And a flag is down, and so is Hopkins. And the flag thrown at about the 15-yard line. 59 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be first and goal at the 7. Here's Yates in the end zone. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins! Fifth 100-yard game of the season and a first down at the 29 of San Francisco. And a play fake to Lamar Miller going into the end zone to Hopkins. Hopkins has it. Touchdown!
Types of schemes every week to help defend these offenses.
Hopkins for the end zone, leaps for it, and touchdown Texans. DeAndre Hopkins with a tremendous play, and the shutout gone for Jacksonville against Ramsey.
He wanted to be with this winning team, a chance in his career to be part of a great team. Here's Hilton blitzing off the slot again. Passer Hopkins. Oh, my goodness. Did he catch that? Did he catch that? That's the touchdown catch of the year if that's good. They're still talking about it. There's a flag down. If he got that inbound, that's the touchdown catch of the year.
They know the system. They use that against him there to get a guy open.
2nd and 10, quickly over to Hopkins. They give him a handle. Hopkins breaks one tackle and a second, and he dives near the first down yardage.
Watson with Casey coming. Watson gets rid of it and completes it to DeAndre Hopkins, who's then taken down by Jayon Brown. And it's good for a 3rd down and 6. Titans fans making some noise here in Nashville. Watson again with time, now in trouble. Casey trying to get him. Watson across his body, completes it to Hopkins. 5, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Great job again by the Texans offensive line, allowing Watson time to throw, and he hooks up with Hopkins for the score. Watson with all day. Now flushed out. Thought about a deep shot in the end zone, nowhere to go. Watson with 5 seconds. Now he has to throw it. Middle of the field, Hopkins, it's too late. And that'll do it. Watson does not throw the ball away or run out of bounds, and the game is over. Mike Vrabel has his first win as a head coach. Just a stunning ending to a wacky game. And the Titans escape with a 20-17 win. Wow. Big mistake.
And Fuller in check. After Giants defense. There's Hopkins. And he makes a diving catch. Ruled a reception at the Giants' 32-yard line.
I noted Watson. 55. Watson likes the 2-receiver side against this zone look. On 2nd and 8, Watson's pass is caught in traffic by Hopkins. Texans need only 6 yards to get into Fairbairn's range, and they've got it, and then some. Hopkins.
The 3rd and 3, the play clock is down to 4. Blitz comes, caught. Hopkins to the 10-yard line. Stopped by Awuzie. DeAndre Hopkins.
Everybody said Nick had Mama Pam on speed dial.
2nd and 9, play action, pressure comes, and sliding to make the catch is Hopkins. Beautiful play by Hopkins, comes back, goes to the turf, falls within as Watkins was under intense pressure. First down.
Here comes the razzle-dazzle again.
Fake toss. Watson throws, caught, and this is Hopkins into Dallas territory on his feet. Look at that, a whirling dervish to the 27-yard line.
Unbelievable.
Watson empty backfield, throwing end zone. Hopkins has got it for the touchdown. What a catch. He's got unbelievable hands, and he shows them off right there. Second down and 15 as we are inside 3 minutes to go. Watson over the middle, there's Hopkins. Hopkins spinning again. again for a Houston first down. Jordan Poyer the tackle, but not before Hopkins picks up 23.
Against DeAndre Hopkins.
Watson's looking that way, taking a shot for Hopkins. What a catch! Hopkins with one hand. Watson to Hopkins. He's got it. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, his fourth touchdown of the season, and the Texans are piling it on here in Jacksonville.
As we move through this fourth quarter. Couple of fake handoffs. Watson standing back there alone. And speaking of alone, there's Hopkins. Hopkins. Touchdown. That's Hopkins at the bottom. Looking for him. Pass is caught for the touchdown. He's incredible. Great throw. And touchdown pass number 5 for Deshaun Watson. Thomas in motion. He's got a touchdown reception. Hopkins does not have a target yet. Watson looking his way. And he makes the leaping grab and then drops it. Let's see what the officials say. I think they're going to say it's a catch. Yep, they're going to say it's a catch to the 46.
Demaryius Thomas.
Watson looking that way. Now looks to the right. He's got Hopkins wide open. A 17-yard touchdown toss with some beautiful touch. The Texans are on top 13-3. Player. Up the sideline, caught the touchdown by Hopkins.
What a throw and what a grab by DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, they had a combination route over to that. Just this year alone, working his way back from the knee injury. Here on 2nd and 6. Wide open and into the hands of Nuke Hopkins.
Alongside Watson. Watson with time, throwing far side of the field. He's got Hopkins again.
I know I was nervous up here. I can't imagine what they were thinking on the Texans sideline.
Watson, time, throwing this side of the field. What a catch! Inside the 15-yard line by DeAndre Hopkins.
I think you throw it down here.
Oh, he's being chased by Muhammad. He's slippery, and he throws. Caught for the touchdown! Hopkins right in front of Geathers.
Empty backfield. This time steps into the throw and makes it. DeAndre Hopkins. A great field position to start this one. Watson has the time. Deep over the middle of the field.
He got
Hopkins in the end zone. Touchdown, Texans.
What a play. I'm getting goosebumps right now. It was amazing. It's hard not to be a fan when you see amazing plays like that.
Off the play fake. Towards the end zone for Hopkins.
Oh, baby.
What a grab. Touchdown, Texans. Wow.
Thanks very much, Gene. It was a late flag, so there was that moment where the official was trying to determine which way they were going to go.
Oh, what a catch.
DeAndre Hopkins, incredible hands.
Watson back to the air. Has time. Now fires wide open is Hopkins. Hopkins at the 20 and down at the 19-yard line. DJ Hayden on the tackle, but 26 yards for Hopkins.
I don't know why Jalen wide open for him to get rid of the ball, and he can hold on to it a little bit too much.
Watson looking to throw. Deep down the field for Hopkins, and it is caught. Did he keep his feet in? Yes! What a catch and throw. Watson to Hopkins.
Deshaun to the end zone, and Hopkins, touchdown. Watson to Hopkins.
It's been a physical drive. They're running the football.
Watson into the end zone and into the hands of DeAndre Hopkins.
Saints are going to sit back and play a little soft zone coverage, I think. Make him throw the ball in front of you.
Goes downfield, and he connects. DeAndre Hopkins has the Texans in business.
In New England, thought he was done, but decided to come back. Big play for the Chargers, 3rd and long. Watson's pass is caught. Hopkins is right there. We'll see where they mark it. Appears to be favorable for Houston. Duke Johnson is the long setback on 3rd and 3. Watson over the middle, 1st down and more. Hopkins showing the wheels down to the 15-yard line. Finally tackled by Rayshawn Jenkins.
Off the fake to Hyde. Watson over the middle. It's Hopkins. And DeAndre Hopkins will take it all the way down to the Atlanta 11. 36 yards.
The 2-pointer. They've got it. It's Hopkins who secures it.
Watson on 1st down. Right down the middle. Got DeAndre Hopkins for another 1st down, and he's upended short of the 20-yard line by George Odom.
Quick pass to Hopkins with blockers ahead. Hopkins has the 1st down. Great job after the catch by DeAndre Hopkins.
A minute and a half to go in this quarter. Watson over the middle to Hopkins. Makes a nice play. He's ruled down at the 1 as Boye.
2nd and 19. Little trickery on the fake and toss. Timing was not there. Hopkins was out of bounds. And Hopkins is upset.
With a lot of young players.
3rd down and 6. Watson out to his right. Throws. Pass caught. Incomplete. Out of bounds was Hopkins. And now the two officials get together, and one may overrule the other. Hopkins thinks he was in. Big part of the community here in Houston. Watson out to his right. End zone wide open. Pass caught. Hopkins for the touchdown. Watson, end zone. Hopkins, say hi to mom again. Touchdown. Hopkins.
And Watson has time, fires, going to the ground and making the catch is Hopkins.
Right now, too. And boy, they are showing a pressure look.
Go 5 wide here. Everybody into the pattern. Wide open at the 25-yard line. Hopkins. And a lot of yardage after the catch to the 14-yard line. 5 runs, 3 passes. A little trickery here. Hopkins and more trickery to Watson. Touchdown. Oh, baby. Like a 4x100 relay.
And Johnson in the backfield, blocked by Tunsil. Here comes Watson. And going deep, he's got a wide open Hopkins. That is 6. And so it begins for the Texans. 43-yard touchdown pass to DeAndre Hopkins. Watson. Hopkins doesn't want to throw. He's going to run. Davis can't get him. Down the sideline. Has the 1st down. A catch and run by DeAndre Hopkins.
Critical situation. You've got to take a shot.
Johnson was back there. Here comes the rush by Alexander and by Miller, and he throws it downfield. It looks like Hopkins may have gotten it working on Harris. They got him at the 39 on 4th and 18, a 19-yard connection.
Right now, though, it's about executing and winning your matchup right now. At this moment in the game, this is all that matters.
Gunning it down the field. There is Hopkins. Tiptoes inbounds for the catch.
Someone else is going to have to step and make these big plays like they have.
Well, here's Watson. Gets a lot on it. Well, there's Hopkins. He did get free, and he set up the last touchdown with a 35-yard grab. He's got another big one right here. There's Hopkins. Turning it on, Hopkins. What a quarter he's having.
Watson gonna take a shot downfield, and what an effort from Hopkins. Big play in a big moment. And they're bringing everybody from Buffalo. 2-point attempt. Watson. Hopkins has it. They have roared back. Watson has been dynamic down the stretch. Can he stay that way? Drives that ball to Hopkins over the middle, out to the 30-yard line.
Watch Fuller at the top, the speedster. Breland on him. Watson heaves it. Hopkins has it at the Kansas City 40.
They want him to think everyone's coming here, and they are.
Here comes Clark. He steps away from him. Watson, sideline, and Hopkins got the feet down for the catch in the first at the 30.
And on first down, Hopkins twisting out of traffic, and Hopkins with another first down to the bottom of the screen on third down. Murray, pressure coming. Open is Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins with running room inside the 10. Hopkins inside the 5. Touchdown. Arizona back on top. 34 yards for DeAndre Hopkins.
So he's been pretty accurate even with a few long ones today. And there's a completion. Hopkins getting away from the defender.
Bucks lead 7-0.
Hurry up for the Cardinals on first down, going deep, and it's caught by DeAndre Hopkins. So they continue to feed the hot hand. Career high 14 catches in game 1. Play action again. Looking for a receiver and finding one. Hopkins with a great catch.
Murray looking deep for DeAndre Hopkins on the sideline, and DeAndre Hopkins. First and 15. Murray looking deep down the sideline for DeAndre Hopkins again. Hopkins hangs on for the touchdown.
Kyler Murray's played like that tonight. Here's Murray, got some pressure, great patience. There's the hook up to Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins down the sideline, turning people around.
If you follow football, you know that Murray had thought about playing baseball as he takes a snap on the 3rd and 2 and goes deep down the left side, and it's hauled in for the touchdown. Chase Edmonds is now the running back. He stays in the block, and that pass will be caught along the sideline. Hopkins again, and that will move the sticks. He's going to be on Hopkins right now. Murray in the pocket, good protection, fires, and that'll be caught, and Hopkins makes the grab. They go right after the guy who comes into the game.
Michael, it was only the second time in Hopkins' career that he wasn't even targeted in the first half. And how about that?
A little more up-tempo, going at a faster pace on this drive. Fake the give. Murray, stop and toss. And it's on target to DeAndre Hopkins.
Replaced by Darryl Worley, just came up from the practice squad. First down, Murray, wide open. Downfield, DeAndre Hopkins. Shotgun. Murray, out of the pocket. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. Murray heaves it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. It is caught.
Pass is caught. It depends on where they put him, and right at the marker. Playing here on a Thursday night, 2nd down and 10. Pass is caught. Here's Hopkins with a move. Broke a tackle. Big play.
Kyler Murray for the end zone catch.
Made a touchdown, Cardinals.
Second down and 9 for the Cardinals. Murray with time, throws, wide open is Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins is...
And Murray's going to set up to heave it deep downfield, and that ball is caught. Hopkins. A.Q. Shipley played last year. Now he's with the Bucs, so it's Cole's show again. What a catch. DeAndre Hopkins. Look out. Hopkins down to 11 carries, 3 catches. Remember, Kenyon Drake went out for a while with an injury. Toward the sideline, there's Hopkins again. Wow, touchdown!
In the backfield, it's Chase Edmonds. He and James Conner will split time. Dupree shows blitz. Murray drops back to pass. Throws long to the near side. Hopkins wide open inside the 35-yard line. And he's out of bounds quickly, close to the 23. 3rd and goal from the 6. Pressure's coming. Murray breaks away. Murray throws on the run, back of the end zone. Caught Hopkins. Did he get in bounds? He did! Touchdown, Cardinals. Jack Rabbit Jenkins was in on the coverage. Play clock is under 5. Murray knows it. Little slant to Hopkins. Hopkins with a spin move toward the end zone. Dives. Touchdown, Arizona. Kevin Byard was in on the coverage. And that was a move that knocked Byard out of his shoes. It's 16-0 Cardinals on a 17-yard touchdown pass and run.
Empty backfield for Murray. Kyler Murray. Buying time. Murray throws. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. 15 yards.
Daryl Johnston just was. Murray to throw. And fires for Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins has it. Goes out of bounds around the 45-yard line. On display here in the first half. Right. And here we go again. It's a straight toss and throw down the middle. And the catch made. Hopkins going to the ground.
They played a ton of games here last year.
Had to move here during the COVID pandemic at the end of the year on 3rd and 7. Throwing out of the end zone. And what a catch. DeAndre Hopkins against Josh Norman.
These defensive coordinators have to be ecstatic about their group.
2nd and 9 at the 39. Murray with Bosa chasing, directing traffic. Murray throwing down the sidelines. Hopkins makes the adjustment on the underthrown ball. He's got a first down at the San Francisco 9. Longest play of the day, though, for 30 yards. And Murray throwing for the end zone, and he fits it in to DeAndre Hopkins for the touchdown. One-on-one with Josh Norman, and Hopkins wins the battle. His 4th touchdown catch of the year.
They do everything they can. They got to try and do the same in reverse here.
2nd and 8, play action. Kyler Murray to the sideline, and Hopkins a little wow. He stays in bounds to keep the clock running. Oh, man. That was outstanding.
For Malik McDowell, let's see if he can make some noise here and make up for 2 costly mistakes for this Browns defense.
Officially the first 3rd down of the drive, and it's DeAndre Hopkins getting his first catch. Oh, what a move! DeAndre Hopkins all the way in for the touchdown! A spectacular open field move for his 5th touchdown of the year. On 2nd and 6. Murray, a lot of time throwing for the sideline. He's got Hopkins, and Hopkins down inside the Cleveland 25. Great news.
Only 3 to be exact, no touchdowns. And Murray backpedaling, lets it fly. Pass is caught into the end zone. They're going to mark him out of bounds. There's a flag down. That's Hopkins. And the flag is at the 4.
Murray looking for Hopkins. And DeAndre Hopkins is going to be ruled incomplete.
Pressure come up the middle. It's picked up nicely. Murray got rid of it, and it's caught. 27-13, L.A. Kyler throwing. Able to complete. Hopkins able to hang on to that one. Murray
End zone throw. Oh, what a catch! One-handed DeAndre Hopkins.
So you got to give them angles and opportunities in their running game.
After no gain, down the sideline, he's got Hopkins again.
3rd and short, Kyler Murray. Under pressure from Poona Ford, he's got DeAndre Hopkins, and Hopkins has a touchdown.
From the 28, McCoy fires, and it's caught. Nice adjustment made by DeAndre Hopkins, who takes it into Rams territory.
McCoy, sideline, beautiful. Hopkins, back shoulder throw, and a catch is made. 49ers don't agree.
Blitz is on, down the middle. He's got the wide open Hopkins with a spinning broken tackle, taking it into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. And the smile on his face said it all. He was a valued member and will forever be in our hearts. 1st and 10, Murray. He's got him. Hopkins. James is on him and drags him down. Murray. Oh, wow, what a catch by Hopkins. At the 29, 30-yard line, picks up 4.
Still 50 seconds left. Potentially getting the ball back to their offense. Tannehill off the near side. It's caught.
Oh, boy.
Tannehill dropping a dime to Hopkins.
Sliding that protection to the right. It's Tannehill throwing right for Hopkins. And it's right on the money inside the Cincinnati 40. DeAndre Hopkins with his first impact play of the day.
You've got to believe that they're going to go back to that here in the second half against the Colts.
So fresh set of downs. They fake to Henry. Tannehill has all day to throw. To the air. Back to Hopkins. And Hopkins spins his way inside the Indianapolis 20.
Run the ball, play action is what gives the Titans success.
Here it is again. Tannehill protected.
Oh, gosh.
Fires. And the catch. Hopkins.
Couple of division championships under Mike Vrabel. They've reached the AFC Championship game. Levis off the fake, looking for Hopkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Now he picked up 3 yards, so everything is kind of good.
2nd down, back to Will Levis. Caught by Hopkins on the run, and he spins into the end zone. 2nd connection, Levis to D-Hop. Second down and 10. Levis, that pump. Hopkins behind the defender, and he's got it on the run. 3rd touchdown of the day. Levis to Hopkins for Tennessee.
Here's Henry, wildcat. They get it back to Levis. Levis going to put some air under it. Towards the end zone, it's caught. Hopkins, touchdown. So Tennessee with a little bit of a magic trick. 43-yard strike from Levis.
The running back, he's already rushed for 59 yards and a touchdown so far today. They fake it to him here. Levis looking for Hopkins. Does he get the feet down? Yes. Levis fakes to Henry, looking for Hopkins. He's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal, Tennessee. 2nd and goal. Levis to the end zone. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins.
To not give you free access on the outside.
2nd and 10. Levis looking for Hopkins again along the sideline. Is this one going to be good? Yes! Hopkins to the 44, a gain of 21.
This is a completely different offense. Levis hit as he throws, but he fits it in, and there's Hopkins making the catch, still running. They haven't gotten to the ground yet. Finally shove him out of the sidelines. Hopkins guarded by Ramsey off to the far side. Levis steps up, launches that direction for Hopkins, and an amazing catch is made at the 10-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins, falling backwards, had tremendous body control as he beat the Pro Bowl corner Howard. Just managing, right? Managing the huddle, getting the play call, getting him lined up. That's one of the things Levis has been emphasizing. There's the throw far side. Hopkins goes up and makes a terrific catch. Protection is good, and Levis lobs to Hopkins, who's got it. DeAndre Hopkins galloping down inside the 30.
No Josh Wiley today. He's out with that knee injury. 2nd and 7 from the Texans 43. Levis fakes the handoff, pulls it back, and delivers it straight to Hopkins. Those two able to connect here. They're going to pick up 18.
Leading the way to the 37 with the 1st and 10. And outside they go. What a catch made by Hopkins. Be it Levis or the quarterback Tannehill. 2nd down and 7. They blitz up the middle and outside. What a catch. Hopkins right in front of Campbell. What a grab. Tannehill to the air. Blocked by Dillard. Caught. Touchdown. Grabbed by Hopkins. He was working on Campbell.
Levis looking for Hopkins. Terrific adjustment. Hopkins. Touchdown, Tennessee.
We're going to see if he's able to walk that walk right now down the field.
Well, DeAndre Hopkins certainly helping him get there in this 3rd quarter, and he's looking that direction again for D-Hop on the sideline. And one of the best receivers of all time makes a sliding grab at the 32 for a Titan 1st down.
They don't get any more yardage. It's 3rd down and 8. Again, pressure. Mahomes was hit. Passes caught by Hopkins. Wow, what a grab by DeAndre Hopkins for 35.
4 strong.
4 by 1.
Fade down here. There it is. There's your guy.
Hopkins.
I'm telling you, the timing these guys have already developed after being together 2 weeks is just not normal.
Hopkins at the bottom. His way. Touchdown, Kansas City. Hopkins makes a man miss. And Winfield knocks him out of bounds inside the 30.
P. Ryan the back. 5 in the secondary. They're bringing them all.
Again.
3rd and 13. Heavy pressure. And caught. Hopkins. Tackled by Moss.
They have no problem handing the ball to the running back.
2nd and 6. Quickly outside. Nice catch. That was D-Hop right there.
Shotgun. Mahomes steps up. Mahomes. A bullet to the back of the end zone. Hopkins. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Mahomes, little shoulder shake.
Oh,
and the pass wide open. Hopkins to the 50-yard line. Mahomes deep down the left sideline, and is it holding? Hopkins, yes it is.
What'll happen here?
Mahomes 1st and goal. Touchdown, DeAndre Hopkins.
And he's going to do whatever he can to help us win. He's solidified it a little bit. Mahomes to the outside. Beautiful grab. Hopkins stopped on a dime.
Mahomes throws corner. It is caught for the touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hauls it in. Mahomes will throw it, and Hopkins comes down with it for the 2-point conversion.